Hey my fellow diamond friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kalikaloo on the internet, and I also go by the name of Kali, and I'm very happy that you found your way to today's video. So it's another whip and sip and chat. So if you're new to diamond painting, whip stands for work in progress. I have finished my Rock of Souls painting, like it was more of my boyfriend's painting, but I helped him out and I finished it. Well, he placed the last drill, so let's say he finished it, but we ended that painting. So it took us a lot of time because he initially wanted to work on that by himself, and he was a little bit more of a slow worker. So it took him over a year and a half to get there, and in the end I just finished it more or less over half of it in the last 2 weeks. So but he placed the last drill. So we finished Rock of Souls. This is the important part. And this did bring me back to my other painting that I wanted to finish in April. But I think that I won't be able to finish this one. Let me just quickly get my tea and then I will be back. So I'm back, and after today's day at school, I just needed like a little bit of time for myself. So this is the nice part. I'm going to try to put this up a little bit more so you can still see where I'm working at. And so this is my current whip. This is Into the Forest by Emily Grobler, and it's from our small shop called Jolly Jam Shop. You can find us under www.jollygjamshop.com. I can link it down below as well. And this is from one of our artists. So all our paintings are legally licensed. You know how it goes. And this one is Into the Forest by Emily Grobler. And today I just took it out again, and I decided after finishing Rock of Souls, I just really wanted to finish this one as well. I'm sure I won't be able to finish it probably within the days, even though tomorrow is actually a day off here. I can't tell you, I'm really bad at holidays. I never know what day it is, but I know that I'm off work, so this is enough for me. So tomorrow is a holiday here. So this is Tuesday. And so I will be off work and I will get some time to diamond paint. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take this one here out. So the thing is now that if I finish it, I'm sure I'm not going to finish this one probably within the next 24 hours. And then it will be, I guess, mostly already... Oh no, today is actually, I guess, the last... Is it already the 30th today? Are we the 30th last day? I have to check. Anyway, so I really need to work a little bit tomorrow for the shop, so I can't just diamond paint the day away. But I decided to go and grab my whip and to try to go as far as I can and to finish it though this month of May. I know that there are a few other events that are going on. I discussed a little bit with Sandy over on Instagram, and she told me that there's also an Ivy Dollarmore event. So I was wondering if I should partake in that, especially since I have one painting, a mystery kit from her. And I think I don't really have a lot of Ivy Dollarmore paintings, even though I really love her art style. I just there were beautiful paintings that came out when I was at my no-buy. And I'm still at my no-buy, but it does not go so well recently. So I have one, and I actually ordered another one. I ordered it from her, the Rose Library, with the witches. I don't know if it's really called the Rose Library, but you know what I mean, from the AC. And yeah, so I was wondering if maybe I should work on that, go with the mystery kit, even though I know what the mystery image is because I got spoiled. I don't know. I'm torn in between. Like, should I really kit it up? Should I kit one of those up? Should I keep them for like maybe later on? What is it that I really want to work on? I'm also like torn between like the brands, because I have been working on a Diamond Art Club one recently, on a few even. I have some Dreamer designs. I have an Oaloa that I have not tried out yet. I have my Heaven and Earth designs that I have not finished. So there are a few options that are actually coming up, and I was wondering like what I should do. I'm also looking forward to working on my Heaven and Earth design. Like, I think this would be also a great idea, but I'm a little bit unsure about that. I still have all the drills, but I feel like if I don't start it or bring it at least down to this floor of my house, I will never touch it again. So maybe I will take this one out and work a little bit like 4Kids at 147. She did it like weekly. She just decided, or even daily, she decided to work on a small part. And maybe I could do the same, so that I get, like, I work through it. Let's say it like this. I can work through it. This, I think, would be an easy way to do it. Otherwise, I think I will never get back at it. Anyway, so I just wanted to tell you what WIP stands for, but yeah, I'm talking about it. So WIP stands for Work in Progress. You might have understood that. And this is my current WIP. Then we have the sipping part. So I got my tea ready. It's some fruity tea today. It's Lord Nelson. I don't know what it's called, but it is like mango. I think it's some mango tea. My boyfriend discovered it in the supermarket, and he was like, okay, I'm going to bring you this. And I was like, yeah, please do so. It does look kind of nice. So I really wanted to try something else. I'm usually more of like a black tea drinker, but I thought like, yeah, let's try something new. So it's tea for me. And so grab something to drink, stay hydrated and stay healthy. That is important. Even though we work on our super kids, you can still stay hydrated. Very important. And then the last part is the chatting part. And I think I just started that by talking to you already. So it's just me talking, and you can listen to me talking while painting or diamond painting or crafting or doing your chores or whatever it is you really want to do. So today was really a long day. The beginning of the week is mostly very tiresome because I have 2 long days that are following one another. So actually, often on Mondays I go to work for a little bit longer, and when I come back, I still got a lot of me time, so I usually don't do anything for work. I'm just like too tired. But yesterday we were saying goodbye to one of our old the teachers, a colleague that was there. So we had a little drink after work. We came together and we said goodbye. But this also meant that I went home a little bit later, like more or less 2 hours. I left 2 hours later than usual, and so it was really late already when I got home, and I was really tired. And when I came home, my boyfriend was home for me. So he did like all the work yesterday, and I was so thankful to it. He just like prepared dinner. He just like took the HelloFresh and he prepared everything because he knew that I was so tired. And afterwards we just like kind of went to bed straight away. I was so tired. I slept so badly though. I feel like I fell asleep at 9 and I woke up this morning at 5 or 4ish, and I could no longer go back to sleep, so I stayed awake and I started listening to my audiobook. And yeah, so it was really really busy, and the weekend as well was really busy because we launched our first handshot kit. And I want to say thank you to each and everyone who was so kind to actually support the shop, and who also bought this beautiful kit, Good versus Evil by Miss Coffee. So this was really, I was really astonished when I saw how many people were like giving this nice feedback. The orders are going out pretty soon. We are just like preparing some last things, and then they are good to go. Especially for those like who may have ordered another kit with it. It might take a little bit longer, but in general they should be at your place like usually. Like once it's sent out, it goes really pretty quickly. It's like more the preparation time and the get readiness that takes a little bit more of time, but then everything should be set. So I was really happy about that. We got a lot of orders for this very first hand-shotted kit, and I also thank you like for this support you showed. This did really mean a lot. And I have been working now over the weekend as well on a bigger kit that I want to hand shot. It's nearly ready. There are just like a few things that I still want to check, and then they might come out. So I really hope you like it. And you will see like it will be a little surprise, I hope so. At least a good one, a fun one. And yeah, so what did I want to talk about? So it will be like probably a shorter video. I always say like it will be shorter than it's like already half an hour. But I don't really like have a lot of free time at the moment. I do a lot of work for the shop, of course, and there has been like a lot to do for work as well. Things are going pretty quickly, and I just noticed that the summer holidays are around the corner. You can say that it's still far away, but you know, like a few weeks go by so quickly. Already in 3 weeks' time, there will be another big break of 1 week. I will have to prepare for the final exams of the big classes, because even though I don't have a terminal class this year, they still asked me like to correct one. So this might be stressful as well, because it will be falling within my regular hours. And usually the teachers that do get the corrections to do, they have like these classes. That does mean that they are free. They have a lot more free hours, whereas I have like to go to work like full time. So my hours are still there. And this means just some extra work. So I really hope that, first of all, there won't be a lot of kids on that class. And I really hope that it will be done like rather quickly, and it does not fall on one of my own, like the timetables I chose for my classes to do a class paper, because otherwise it will be a lot of messy and a lot of night shifts that I will have to do. So we will see how this goes, but I must say that I'm a little bit stressed out at the moment, like a lot of things to do for work. And this does not give me like the time I would love to have for diamond painting or crafting in general. But I'm trying not to complain. As well, there are a lot of changes that might come, and next week there are reunions again where we have to go after work for them to discuss with us the next year. So it is a lot of work, but I think always like this at the end of a school year, always the beginning and the end of a school year are like the most, I must say, tiresome, but afterwards it should be fine. What I wanted to say is I got a little bit of time to read, more of listening to audiobooks though. So for those of you who love listening to audiobooks, or who love just reading and the mythology and the ancient Greek history, there's like, I think it's from Jennifer Saint, and it's her book about Ariadne. So it was and still is today, but well, when the video comes out, I think it's no longer in sale. But I told you guys that on Amazon you have like these monthly extra special offers, special deals, where you can get like more new releases or older books for not even €1. And so I did buy, every month, like I go there. It starts always the first of the month around 8 o'clock. And then it's always when I can, otherwise I'll wait after work, and then I will just like go to Amazon, their Kindle deals, and I will have a look at the books. And this month there was actually Ariadne from Jennifer Saint that was on sale, and I love mythology books, I love mythology in general, so I just decided to go with that one. And the fun thing is that I use like this program that decides me which kind of books I should read. Not exactly which book, but like which type of book. Should it be like more of a romance? Should it be contemporary? Should it be a classic novel? Like you can see, our videos often get interrupted by a bell. It did happen this time as well. And it was my mom. She just came by like yesterday to ask me a little bit about the holidays because she just made her big passport and she wanted to join us in the travel we were planning. So we were saying, okay, you can join us. And yeah, so this is where I stopped working at. In the meantime, I actually did work a little bit more. I finished the lowercase section up here. And I will continue working on this part right here. We have started together yesterday. So it's the day afterwards, but I'm going to finish though what I was saying. I was telling you a little bit about Jennifer Saint's book, Ariadne, which I have been reading. We are the 1st of May now. So if you go to Amazon right now, they have added like new books to their selection, like of the free books that you can get. I was telling you about this. Maybe I'm just going to zoom out and work a little bit closer because I feel like otherwise I will always have my pen in it. Let me see if I can make it work. Okay, well, I can't make it work better than this, so we will just like keep it like this, I guess. So I use like Wheel Decide for choosing which kind of book I want to read. I did not put in all of the books that I have left to read, but I just like added a few books, like a few kind of characteristics of book types. So I have romance, I have young adult, I have children books that I love to read, I have classic books in there, I have the selection of mythology, like I told you guys, and I also have like this selection of fantasy books mainly and mixed as well. And whenever I'm finishing a new book, I just ask like, we'll decide to choose one of these categories for me, and then within the category I will choose myself which book I want to read. And this has been working for me now for quite some time. And I just upgraded my library with a few new books because, like I said, it's the 1st of May, so there are new Kindle deals that you can get. And what is fun is that you can make your iPad, or I don't know if it does work with other kind of tablets, but with an iPad you can make it read for you out loud, which is nice if you want to study, or if you want to read something, or if you're sick, like for example, and you can't concentrate. So it's actually the tablet or your phone that can read out like the thing for you. So this is what I have been doing for quite some time now, and I finished Ariadne a few days ago. It was really nice, a book. If you love like mythology, like I said, it's nice for you to get. Just try out the books of Jennifer Saint. She has written other books as well. Her newest book that will come out is called Hera, and she also wrote about, I think it was Electra, and the other one I can't really remember, but she did write another novel as well about another woman in mythology. So yeah, this is the book that I read most recently on my audiobook, but like there have been others as well. Like for instance, well, not really on my audiobook, but I have been reading quite a lot recently. I'm currently reading, like I read a children book. I did show it to you with the foxes. So it is an illustrated children book, and I finished that one as well. And I am currently reading what is called, it's called Pluie, which does mean as much as rain in French, and it's like the last tome of the Blackwater series. I told you I want to keep it like for a moment when I will enjoy it. And we had a lot of rain recently, so I was like, okay, it's the right season to go for it, and I just chose it. I picked it up from my personal library here at home, and then I just kind of read that one, and I'm so happy I did read it, because like I'm mostly done with it now. And I feel like even though it's like so far less good than the previous tomes, I think that the story will wrap up. And it just feels like, and this is something that I feel like at the moment, I think that things are going like really, really fast. There is a lot happening. There's some violence in it as well, because it has always had violence. But like the way like characters pass away, for example, is a little bit more violent than usual and supernatural as well. So I'm really looking forward to see what will happen to Eleanor, like the main character. I have an idea about what might happen. Like I think that she being like not really human, like not entirely, I think that she will live on, but I will let you know about that once I finished it. I think I'm going to finish it either like tonight or tomorrow. Since we are the 1st of May, I'm off work today, which is really nice, because like I get a lot of me time. I did not work much on diamond painting. Well, I worked a lot because, you know, it's the first, so I had things to do for the shop. But in general, like I did not diamond paint a lot. I did read a little bit. And the whole morning was actually dedicated to shop matters and shop stuff. But yeah, so I was like, no, I'm not going to address that here. But yeah, so another book that I have been reading and that I'm still reading at the moment, more listening to since it's on my Kindle. It's All the Girls I Have Been Before. I think that's what it's called. Like, let me show you. I got it on my Kindle right now, so you can have a look at it. And I think the cover is pretty well known, so you should know it, maybe if you like to read. But it was a book that I was really interested in for a while, and when I found it like on the Amazon list, The Girls I've Been, it's called. So, oh, yeah. Let me just show it to you differently. The Girls I've Been. Like, it's this one here. Like, it's The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. And it says, "You think you know me? Try again." So it's different from what I was expecting. Like I told you, I'm not going to read like what a book is about in general. I'm just going to pick it up because of the book cover, or because maybe my boyfriend suggested to me that I might like it, or because I have friends who told me to read it, or just because I got some info about it without actually knowing what it is about, and what I heard about it I liked. And it's the same for this one. So I was intrigued by the cover, by the simplicity, and by the few colors that they used. And when it was a deal on Kindle, I just like had to grab it. And I picked that one for my next read. And so I was not like really sure what it was about. I thought it was more of a young adult novel. And it turned out to be more of like a crime story in some kind of way. I think I'm just going to give you like the synopsis without giving you a lot of details. But there are a few kids that you see, they meet up, 2 girls and a boy. They meet up to go to the bank because they want to deposit like the money that they have made for a dog or an animal shelter. And they want to put it on the bank, like give it to the bank, like to give it away, and to the shelter. So they are there in the morning, and the main protagonist, she like kind of stops before to get the donuts, and so everyone is a little bit mad because she's late. And when they enter the bank, like there are like 2 people before them, and suddenly like there's a hold up on the bank, and they want to get like the manager. They want to see the manager, and they have weapons as well. So it's really a dangerous situation. And you can see that the girl is really calm though, and she tries to find a way out of the situation. And she's contacting her like Lee. She's her sister who is working with the police. So she really wants to get out of that situation, especially since there's a kid as well in the room. And so she tries like to get them out of it. And it's funny because you see that she's actually not a normal girl. She's, like I said, really calm, and you will understand why she's really calm. You will know and learn really quickly straight from the beginning that her mom is in prison, same as like I think it was her stepfather, and so you will actually see a lot, understand why she is the way she is, and she's really not that normal. And that's really fun. I love the way it's narrated. They're like small chapters, and it's really fun to read. So it's going to be a quick read, but I think I'm going to enjoy it. So far I really like it. There's also a little bit of love and romance in there, a little bit of tensions, of course, so everything that we enjoy. As for the series I've been watching, I have not been watching a lot of TV lately, just because there were like not so many nice things that were coming out. I have started the That Boy Agency. Is it what it's called? It's like more of a fantasy thing where you have like these two dead boys that are ghosts that want to investigate, and they do investigations about supernatural things, and they don't want to get caught by death because they are cheating death in a way that they should be dead like already. And they meet a psychic woman who's actually human. They kind of solve her case and they think they are done with her, but since she can't remember anything, one of the two decides that she has to stay with them, and the other one is a little bit skeptical about it, but later on they decide to go along with it. And you will see that they will start like getting connected, and is there a little bit of romance going on? I'm not really sure yet, but I finished like the first episode of that one, and so far it did look promising. I'm currently trying to find out if I'm going to like it enough to watch it, but I think it's a short one, so I'm going to finish it. But what I really enjoyed is more of a real life TV show. So like I said, the second one that I have been watching is more of a real life TV show in the sense that it is supposed not to be scripted. It is based on a program that I watched in French TV, which is called koh If you do not know what it is, it's like more of a surviving, series, in the sense that there are like people that are getting sent to an island, and then they have like to survive there without nothing. They get just a little bit of rice, they have to start their own fire, they have to live on a camp, so they have to build things to survive. And then of course there are the weather conditions, they are not always nice. So this is what I usually like to watch, and there are always like some games they have to play, like usually it has to do with strength or strategy, intelligence, endurance, and so on. And when they win it, like they get immunity and they cannot be voted out, or they get another privilege, like food or stuff. And that's really something that I like to watch. I started watching it when I was back at university, and I was living in Brussels. And ever since, like, I continued watching it, this kind of show. And there was one winner, and he is actually the only one that did win it twice, this kind of game. He won a regular one, and then he won the one with all the legends. Like, all of the participants had already been taking part at least once then. And so he was the only one that did win it twice. And he's the guy that's actually now doing the hosting of this series. And I must say that the series is on Netflix. And he is actually kind of a little bit creepy. Like, he is not... I don't see him in that role of a moderator as much as of the one of a participant, where he could be like more himself. It's all a little bit like stiff if he does it. So I hope with the time it gets better. But I've been watching that series and it's very amusing because like the people that are participating, they do not really know that they are on an island, that they start off there. They thought that they were like on some VIP holiday, I don't know what series. And then they get there and they have to enter the villa. And then it's only a few people who can enter the villa. And the people in the villa have the power. So this is what it is about. So you're actually placing them in two groups, like the one with privileges and the one without. And the thing is just to see who will get to the villa, and the one who's in the end in the villa, they will win the money. And I like this kind of series because I really love to see how people make strategies, how they like do not win, and then like how things turn around. It's just like fun. Like I always love these social experiments, like that's what I like to call them, because I mostly watch them because of that, to see like how people act, how it is. While Koh Lanta was like another level, I think they were like still a little bit more, even though sometimes there were like people who did not get along very well. They were more civilized. So I just watched the French version, and then I found out that there's the same thing in American and another one in German. And when I started the German version, I always have like this feeling that they are way more, I don't know how I should put this, like language-wise already. They just like shoot around with all these bad words, and it's just not like classy. And I feel like often when you have like series like this, it's not classy. Like let's take the example from Love is Blind. I feel like the Japanese version was ultra, like there was really no drama, literally. They were all very civilized. You have the American version where you often have like people who are cheating, who are still not honest. So there's a little bit of drama going on. But if you would do the same one in Germany, I'm sure like it would be really decadent. And I don't know why that is, because like if you talk to them in normal life, like we live really close to the border, I have friends in Germany, I don't think that it's actually in real life. I don't know how they choose like the participants for these series that they do, but I feel like they are always like kind of more, I don't know, really saying what's on their mind without a filter, but in a bad way. That may just be my opinion. So I'm not generalizing it. I'm just talking here about like the series I'm watching, like the reality shows. And I think it all started, like, if you don't know, like here in Luxembourg, we actually grew up with both. We grew up either with, as children, either with French TV or with German TV. And in my household, I grew up with like German TV as a kid. And since I preferred French language, I actually never watched French TV, except when I came to Brussels, just because I don't watch a lot of TV in general. I just prefer watching series on Netflix. And before, I just read, like, I was never like the person that watched a lot of TV. But when I watched it, it was mainly in German, so I did watch all of the, for example, Germany's Next Top Model. It's more like the top model version you have with Tyra Banks as well. It's the same, but with Heidi Klum, the German model. I watched from the start. I watched also all of these Idol versions that we had. Deutschland sucht den Superstar. Germany is looking for the next superstar. And things like that. And you also had like things I did not watch, for example, but back then in the early days that had the same vibe as these shows have now. It's like Big Brother. Like there's never filter. Like they are filmed the entire time, and it's really decadent the way that they are talking, like using a lot of swear words and so on. It's something that I never understood, and which is like, I think, really typical to German TV shows. But then you had, like I said, other series like Top Model or The Idol, which was still a little bit filtered. You did not like hear everything. Even though they were fighting, it was always decent. It was not so decadent. So that's why I'm saying it's often with reality TV shows that go on where they are filmed the entire time, compared to series where they like maybe do a lot of cutting and they don't show everything. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about. And with this, let's see, I finished this green color. I think I'm going to finish for today. So it was not really a lot going on. We have done a lot this week, so maybe you will get that in another Wip&Sip&Chat. There were a few holidays. Maybe I can tell you about that, what we did, and so on. In the meantime, I really hope you stay healthy. I hope you stay hydrated, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye.